Hello viewers, and welcome back to Renowned Explorers, More to Explore. I know I intimated last time that we might be doing Egypt, and listen, Egypt is great. Okay, Egypt has a lot of potential gold, but we don't really have the survivalist perks to get through all of the stuff. You know, sometimes survivalism is pretty important. Another thing we really do not have a lot of access to is archaeology. Like, none access to. So actually, I think we're going to go to Mali. I know it's only a 2-star difficulty, but Mali actually can drop a lot of gold. We have a lot of rogue and a lot of athlete, and yeah, I think we can do this. I think there's a chance to get a thing in Mali that will cause us to have a ton of gold output, and we haven't seen it yet in the Let's Plays, although if you play the game yourself, you might know what I'm talking about. And I'm just looking for a little change of pace. I feel like we've been doing Egypt a lot lately. Recently, the world has grown interested in the cultural treasures from West Africa. A group of people little studied and understood still lives in these areas. A prosperous clan lives in a large village somewhere near. Mali is positive you'll find a treasure there. And we are pretty powerful. We're looking for a witch doctor. He has always refused the pleas of travelers because he finds them boring, rude, and they cannot touch his heart. We're going to touch his heart with our actual hands. We're going to rip it out of his chest and show it to everybody and be all Kalima! Hello, colorful bunch of foreigners. To pass this place, you have to pay a toll. No, I don't. No. No. You are mistaken. We should be able to just, absolutely demolish these encounters. This is actually interesting. Do I want... Yeah, I definitely want to go aggressive here. That said, this is too beautiful to pass up. Alright. Yeah, if we just finish things off aggressive, I think we'll be fine. We'll still get our aggressive finish. Yeah. It's hard for me to ignore a triple kill. You know, what is the point of rewards if you can't have them at the same time as efficiency? And at this point, anybody watching this series probably knows how I feel about efficiency. Oppression party. This is not a description of an outcome, by the way. Once they hit the ground after your final blow, they suddenly stopped asking for a toll. Hooray! Hooray indeed. So we have quite a few supplies. You find a weird yellow mask. A message is inscribed. Putting on this mask will weaken you, but bring mystic blessings. Intriguing. Okay, yellow implies that there's some kind of gold something going on here. Minus 10 speech defense. I guess Dolores. Dolores has crazy speech defense. The mask burns into nothingness. Dolores puts on the mask and is terrified by a horrific vision. Then the mask burns into nothingness. But you magically got some new research. Hooray for science. Usually, magic and science don't have too much of an overlap. There's a mysterious village where everyone wears masks. A guard stops you. You are not allowed in. Only those with a prestigious mask can go in. Well, aren't we lucky? The villager laughs at Dolores. What a silly mask. It looks good on you, though. Really brings your eyes out. I love it. Please, enter. He is clearly backpedaling after making fun of her. He talked a little bit of shit, and then he was like, hold on a second. She is huge. She's gonna rip me in half. You are allowed to stay the night in the village. Molly jokes to Earl that now you got their trust, you could burn the whole place down. Earl reacts shocked, but soon finds out Molly was only kidding. Yeah, maybe. There's much to do here. What will the crew do in this village? Let's learn more about some masks. At the campfire, Molly listens to all the stories about the Mask of Madness. It is said to bring a whole city to ruin, and that it's hidden under a veil of emotions, whatever that means. Now we're missing, unfortunately, a lot of the perks that let you do cool stuff in the village. You find a weird yellow mask. Hey, it's another one of these masks. Oh no, minus attack. 64... I can't believe she only has 45 attack. She always seems to hit so hard. So this will probably just be a small number of tokens. I guess it can be... Dolores? Dolores puts on the mask and suddenly becomes weak and weary. The mask mystically disappears. However, in the process, Dolores cries out some golden tears. Earl is overjoyed and says some extra mean things to keep Dolores crying as long as possible. Good work there, Earl. Solid contribution to the team, sir. This is really awkward. There's a node over here that I can only see by going to this node. Well, I want to know what it is, but I'm annoyed. Nothing special has been found here. Yeah, technique challenge. You knew they were around here. Caravan raiders. There are too many to take head on, but they didn't notice you coming from around the rocks. You see some coin and an interesting document that you would like to have. Maybe you can acquire those goods quietly. I think, yeah, maybe Molly can. The bandits don't notice Molly sneaking past, getting the coin and the document. Hooroo, thugs. Huh. The document is very interesting. It talks about a hidden hoard close to a single fat palm in the desert. You know, I don't think I've ever seen that lead to anything. A small gold mine. Yeah, mine that gold. Cool. I don't suppose there's any particular reason to wait on this. We know what we're doing. Dolores ranks among the best athletes that currently walk the earth. Her fitness and strength are great and have delivered the crew many new opportunities and wealth. The crew is proud to have Dolores on their side. Yeah, good start. And then Dolores spent the entire rest of the night doing push-ups. You find a weird green mask. A message is inscribed. What's this one? -10 speech? Who's got bad speech? 33, 30, 27. Alright. Yeah, Molly's not going to be speechifying too much. Molly puts on the mask and gains an eerie daydream, which leaves her speechless. Ah, I get it. The mask burns up in the air, in thin air. However, you feel more famous now. Worth! I don't know how that doesn't make a lot of sense. Anyway. Between some sturdy rocks, you find a pretty big cave. A cool breeze is coming out. I think this moves you to a random location. You continue through the cool cave. The cool air alone makes the travel worth it, but Dolores is still jumpy. Not long after, you find a crossroad. Straight, I guess. Oh no, Molly is surprised by the find of a tomb inside the cave when a group of scorpions starts running toward the crew. Well, I reckon we're not in very much danger from some scorpions. So yeah, they have no particular stats. Nothing interesting. We'll just blow them up. You know, with explosives. Oh, actually, that was a mistake. I should have moved Molly and Dolores in for the armor debuff aura. It's not gonna matter, but it was still bad play. It's important to be cognizant of stuff like that so that you can catch it before it happens next time. Do not be result-oriented. The fact that something worked does not make it a good strategy. Alright. To the surprise of absolutely no one, I guess maybe the scorpions. We totally kicked those guys' asses. Those insects are taken care of. When the crew further investigates the tomb, it seems that it belonged to a young prince. His burial treasure is yours for the taking. You keep walking for hours and you're running out of torches. The crew's about to turn back when Molly sees some light at the end of the tunnel and the crew rushes outside. And how far did it take me? Not very far, actually. You're outside, and not a moment too late because a big chunk of the cave collapses just a few minutes after leaving. Well. So Earl has hit max level. We can get extra radius on experimentation, or experimentation gives an armor debuff. Well, I think that's going to be the way to go. You know what I hate? When anybody has any tiny little amount of armor. Oh man, it's the audit committee for the witch doctor, and they're like, could you amuse the witch doctor? We might give you some reward for your foreign tricks, and we have to convince them. We want to speak to him now. The villagers laugh at each other. Aha, these silly foreigners have no idea about how busy and bored the witch doctor is. No, let us explain it thoroughly. Alright. You can apply some beguiling techniques to get better results here. But that's not really how we roll. Let's remember to do the thing this time. There we go. Alright, who's still got moves left? I mean, she should at least give somebody a buff. Earl, I guess, since we know Molly doesn't need it this turn, and who knows, Earl might. Next turn. Actually, the fight's over, really, so suppose it didn't matter at all. And then Earl shoots a man in the chest. Hooray! The villagers are punched into endorsing you, maybe. Or not. I frankly do not care. Alright. Let's keep looking around. We're gonna come back. Oh, we didn't get the epic encounter I was looking for. An exhausted woman is dragging herself through the desert. When she sees you, she waves and comes up to you. Dear explorers, I got separated from my caravan and I'm incredibly thirsty. Could you spare me some water? Earl will get +2 speech on this expedition if we extort this woman. Alright, well, let's do it. The lady quickly accepts. Of course I will pay you for this water. It's a rare commodity here, you know? After she's done, she continues her search for the caravan, and Yvonne comes out of nowhere to sneer. Cool. That's a weird bug. Alright, well, let's get this. The Forgotten Mud City. Legends tell about the Mask of Madness that is said to have brought this place to ruin. It still must be around here somewhere. The ruined mud buildings are impressive. It's almost as if someone has been maintaining them. The crew looks around. The central tower seems to be the obvious place to go. And Molly's rogue senses notice there's someone nearby, because rogue senses, she's like radar, basically. With eyes wide open, and while keeping the crew quiet, Molly leads the crew around the Forgotten City when you finally find someone. A masked man is repairing a mud building. Molly tries to talk with the man, but he simply ignores her. His mask is glowing eerily. At least you figured out how this city has not fallen into ruin. When you enter the tower, you find quite a scene. The walls are decorated with many masks. Not only that, but you find one of your rivals, Virginia James, the stout American explorer. She and her crew are looking around, puzzled. You fear you are too late. Okay, so here's how this goes. We didn't come here with the right tools to do this. I was kind of hoping that we were going to get the Crystal Mountain epic encounter instead of the Mask of Madness. The masks on the wall, this big blue mask here, gives you a hint as to what emotion you need to use, but none of these options will be sufficient. You have to either have a level 2 Beguiler or certain crew members have green text options, but you have to make somebody laugh when you see him laughing. You fear you are too late, but Virginia seems to be about to give up. Nope, it's none of these masks. Oh, didn't see you there. We're looking for the Mask of Madness, but it's not here. That's true, it is not here. Dolores, do a little dance. Dolores does a tribal but uninformed dance, and nothing happens except for Virginia giggling. She makes no secret of how ridiculous Dolores looked. She then gives you some gold for the amusement, like you were some little monkey. Yep. So the mask is in there. I was really hoping we were going to find the Crystal Mountain. That was... So we can probably afford to take a few penalties, probably quite a few penalties, given how much we outrank this place by. Find a little hut. You can hear weird noises coming from the inside. A lonely lady's trying to move furniture, and then Dolores helps her. We're just going to fast forward through this text. I feel like you guys have seen a lot of it before. Dolores was a great help, and the lady shares a secret massage technique with us, which is a thing that can be helpful in the final social encounters. Alright. Okay, so we're not going to have to eat too many supply penalties. Dolores lost armor, that's not a big deal. We're not going to take a lot of physical damage here. So we're going to be able to hit a couple of supply nodes and turn around. The crew sets up camp where some plants are growing. There must be a freshwater well nearby. That's true. That seems very likely. We'll go with Earl for the better payouts, and because if we don't get the supplies, it isn't the end of the world. Alright, Earl finds a huge rock from under which a little flow of water is coming. After lifting the boulder up, Earl finds a freshwater spring. That's cool. That's a cool thing to have found. And then, again, we're going to have Earl scout for food instead of having Dolores do it because he gets better payout on it. Token-wise. Earl returns to the temporary camp with nothing but scratches from a leopard. Earl fought a leopard? That's pretty cool. An ancient ruin. Molly is sure to find something great inside. But, of course, the whole place is packed with hyenas. It's time to engage those poochies. Poochies? Okay. Whatever you say, game. So if we go devious, I think we get a treasure, maybe. I'll go ahead and do that. The payout for aggressive is fine, but it doesn't contain any gold. So gold is the thing that's going to give us the majority of our renown at this point in the game. I think we're going to have Earl stun a couple of these. That is a horrible sound, though. Dolores won't be able to get over there, so she can deal with this one by herself. You know, in the one way she's good at. And then... Loudmouth? Yeah, Loudmouth seems reasonable. Alright. We would never consider being nice to people. But we'll take it easy on these hyenas. Listen, be prepared is, by a large margin, the best part of the Lion King. That's basically what's guiding my hand here. Oh, hey, there's a blue hyena in the distance that I did not notice. So, can Molly one-shot a normal hyena with her speech? She cannot. I know that her speech stat is reduced, so I just was curious. So it's going to be a little tricky to end this the way I'm hoping to. We can light that guy up, have her run over here, and finish this guy off. I could have had Earl just eliminate this hyena and thus reduce the number of attacks that we're going to take, but the blue hyenas are strong against Terrify, which is the devious attack that Molly and Dolores both have. So I wanted to be sure we got real damage on him. We don't have to hit him 40 times for him to go down. Also, I'm very disappointed that I have not... It's been 2 whole turns now, and I have not had an opportunity to use her roar, really. Now, let's just make sure this one gets finished off. If I charge forward, he won't move. I'd like for him to come to a location where he's a little bit more vulnerable. So I think what I'm going to do is just heal Earl instead. Come on, come through the choke. There you go. She's very frustrated by that laughter. Even though it's not, you know, obviously, really laughter. Alright, he's resistant to this, but she does enough damage that it's at least an interesting amount after resistance. We are really not in our wheelhouse here, though. Obviously, we're in no danger. It's just a lot of pressing the 2 key. All right, but finally the devious hyena is too enraged. and bails. Defeating hyenas in their own game? Nothing short of impressive. Those spotted numbskulls lose it and start attacking and chasing each other. Don't mess with humans. Then we get to look around in the ruins, and soon we make a great find. What is it? It's a beaded crown. That's, it's not very impressive. Boy, I sure wish that we had found that, Crystal Mountain. Alright, is that max level for everyone? So, Dolores can gain Encourage over Try to Encourage, or 20 armor while we're aggressive. I actually think I'd rather have this. Our party is so bad at friendliness, we may, just may need an ability to be a little bit versatile. So we can gain resistance to a thing or plus 10 attack. That's kind of a no-brainer. Sorry, it does say plus 10 attack only while your current encounter or current attitude is devious, but obviously that's, you know. You see the remains of an old battle with many broken weapons. You may focus on the historical value or just take some valuable ones. Well, let's do this. More likely to work than not. Decent payout. Earl determines what happened here in the past. 2 tribes must have gone to war over a nearby lake. Alright. Yep, Dolores loses armor, that's fine. So, I mean, I don't see a single fat palm anywhere, right? Like, this is a single palm, but it's the same as all the others. I don't know what that node that talks about hidden hoard is doing. You hear weird trumpet noises. You follow them and eventually end up finding a sick elephant. Dolores could examine the poor animal. Yeah, and failure's not a big deal. I don't know what I'm holding my tool for exactly. Don't take that out of context. Dolores examines the elephant and suspects a stomach ulcer. Ooh, that sucks. Dolores produces an herbal mix that should disinfect the stomach. The elephant is suspicious, but after a few hours he eats the mix with some food. A while later it falls asleep, which gives you some time to research this specimen up close. You stay the night, and in the morning the elephant is back up on its feet and continues its journey. That was nice of us. We've gotten pretty lucky so far with those checks. Walking through the desert is not just agony, you also get to study the properties of certain things in extreme heat. For example, Molly's face. That's totally worth a study token. Oh no, or lost attack power, that's one I actually care about. It's possible that I'm being too cavalier about this, but I really just don't expect it to be very dangerous. Faint laughter is coming from a distance. You have a fear of hyenas, but curiosity gets the better of you. As you sneak closer, you see a small village with people gathered around a campfire. You listen for a while and notice they're having some sort of joke festival where they keep telling jokes. That's okay, yeah. When one of the tribesmen tells a dirty joke about a guy ending up in nothing but smelly underwear, Molly can't help but think of Rivaloo and laughs hysterically. It's interesting, though, that Molly is all about Rivaloo and his underwear. You are noticed by the tribe and they invite you in to tell a joke as well. The best joke of the evening gets a prize. This seems like a fine time to throw the tool. And if she gets minus 10 speech, it's not the end of the world, but I would like that treasure hunt token, please. Alright. Dolores tells the funniest joke and the whole town is laughing. One guy cannot even contain his drink and pours out of his nose. At the end of the evening, you're awarded a Best Joke of the Year award. Okay, Molly loses some armor. You find a suspicious young man. He seems to be very afraid of your crew. Let's make him feel at ease. Speech defense is a thing that I actually do care a little bit about. We'll just scare him. Yeah. That makes the young man run away. That'll make some good laughs at the Renowned Explorers International Society. That's shitty. That's a shitty thing to do, just make fun of the poor natives. Alright, well that was thoroughly disappointing. We didn't find any of the things that I was hoping to find on this expedition. Alright, what a unique village. The villagers are all gathered around the central palace, or the central place where an event is taking place. And there's the witch doctor and he's like, go away, I don't even like you. And then we roll the dice. And Dolores fails to convince him to listen. And we never even get to try out our massage technique, and then we have to fight his entourage. Well, yeah, this was thoroughly disappointing. Oh, well. At least we're still going to beat What's-His-Face. So these guys are remarkably sturdy against a lot of stuff. Also, lined up in ways that makes it difficult for us to get more than one or two of them at a time. Alright, we're just gonna follow the standard strategy. Fight our way in over to one of the walls and then handle things as they come at us. We have more than enough attack to just slaughter everybody. We just walk into a town and we're like, hey, witch doctor, talk to us. And he's like, I don't know you. Why would I talk to you? And we respond by killing everyone he knows. Which is a sensible thing to do. Alright, sadly, Molly doesn't really get to contribute this turn. She can buff up Dolores at least. And then Dolores can punch this guy so hard he doesn't wake up for a week. Punched his mask right off. I think you're cool with your escalation, with your deviousness. Here's what I think is cool. Physical violence. How are we doing? Who's got the higher attack right now? Okay, Molly, you get to go for the high health one. Ah, she's not even gonna get him. Well, whatever. He'll be the last enemy alive anyway. So yeah, on the whole, a pretty disappointing run, and really only buoyed up by the campfire card that we brought, which we could have used anywhere. Oh well. We do have enough renown, obviously, that being crowned the most renowned explorer is total... This is a formality, really. The villagers are getting scared of your physical might, as well they should. Okay. I guess you deserve a treasure. Take this seated couple and leave, please. What a crappy treasure. 10 plus 10 to 15 gold from treasure hunt tokens is definitely going to be the way to go for us. Because we are about to get an awful lot of treasure hunt tokens from... What do you call it? Insight spending. So you get 12 collect tokens from that, 5 encounter tokens from that, 12 collect tokens from that. And our collect token payout is really good. At this point, any expedition would be like good payout, because we just have so many static payout increasers. But man, think about if we had found Crystal Mountain. We would have gotten more gold than we have any idea what to do with. And sadly, I don't know what I don't have any idea what we're going to do with this research, actually. We only got 630 renown. That's terrible. Alright, obviously, look at the wealth I amass. We'll be doing the Beijing jobs. And real quick, before we do that, let's spend our status. So do we buy out these guys? No, in fact, almost not at all. Wait, this is the one I wanted. It was... Oh, I already unlocked everything anyway over here. Okay, so we're going to take this just because it is a source of collect tokens, and that's how we're making money. We already have Rogue Merciless, but... we can just get a treasure hunt token from him instead. That's not usually a thing you should do. Geez, I don't know. What else do we still have access to? Encounter tokens from devious or encounter tokens from aggressive finishes. That's extra money. These kind of suck. I guess we'll give another survivalist perk to Earl. Camping, I suppose. And yeah. Okay, so we've actually hired out all of the specialists now, right? Oh no, we didn't hit this, but none of these are any good for the thing we're doing. Alright. Now let's have a look at this stuff. So what makes us more likely to get more gold? Nothing really, right? I mean, I suppose we can hit psychology for emotion studies, but we don't really need to. The extra effect on enrage is a mischance. That's not nothing. And the extra effect on terrify, I think, is just armor reduction. I guess that would be good in the sense that we don't then have to worry about making sure we land enrages on people, but honestly, it's not really been a problem so far. History is not of any value to us. Nature sciences is not great. Yeah. Discovery tokens are worth gold. But we won't end up with enough research to publish 3 papers, which is we'd have to get 3 papers published to get more discovery tokens. I guess we could just take anthropology for the tool. We have enough research for 2 papers. Yeah. Alright, and then we got 19 treasure hunt tokens. Who's going to get the best value out of these? She's going to get 15 to 20 gold, while Molly gets 12 to 19 gold twice. Okay, well, this seems pretty obvious. I guess, hold on. There's absolutely no reason for me not to hire a merchant before I do this. Alright, all the money. $51. Okay, so each time I do this, I'm getting, like, a little north of 20 renown. So this is going to be like 400 renown altogether right here. That's handy. Not to mention enough gold that we can probably deck ourselves out in whatever gear we want. We're actually ending up with a lot of extra status from all the treasure hunt tokens. Oh, I didn't buy the last level of... Man. Okay, Rogue Mischief and Rogue Surprise. Alright, Molly. Learn Mischief. This will be a good source of extra... She'll get 2 collect... We'll get 2 more collect tokens for every time she succeeds on the wheel now. That'll probably be worth a fair amount of extra, renown. A little bit, at least. Also, I kind of underestimated the amount of research we were going to end up with, I think. How far off are we on another research paper? I mean, all we would get is, like, this, which is not awesome. It's 15 to 20 gold per encounter, I guess. That's not really worth thinking about. Alright. Get these knocked out real quick. And there we go. So do we hire all of our specialists out now? We should probably get one of these. Do you have piloting already? You don't. I guess Ilmi's is 3 attack for Earl. Or a treasure hunt token. Let's take the point of piloting. Who knows if we'll need it, but it's kind of cool to have somebody at level 6 of a thing, right? I'm sure this will update on the next screen. Anyway, so let's spend all of this money. First of all, do we have all of the shops upgraded so that we can see everything? I don't think I really need this one upgraded. We can't get her another point of tactician anyway, no matter what we do. And this is like the Sheriff's Star, which gives you that, a banjo, and some other garbage. Plus 25 speech defense when the mood is a thing that it's actually fairly likely to be. I don't know. Alright, well, how are we on weapons? We actually are all using 400 tier weapons. So let's upgrade to the 1350s. Like, on her, for sure. We probably don't need to do it on everybody, though, and I'd actually like to buy some defensive gear. Let's make sure we take care of that. So we could give her the legendary boots. 40 armor, 40 speech defense. It's not terrible. And the other thing I was thinking is maybe the memento instead. But no, let's go boots. You're already legendary armored. We could get Earl that good legendary armor too. I don't know that we really need to, though. His defenses aren't that bad. If we get him just this armor, yeah, he's fine. So that leaves me the ability to buy another 1350 glove. I think it's most likely to be Dolores. Alright, and that leaves me with 653 with which to buy a new weapon for him. I don't think that I do. Alright, so then we finish up with something else. Some kind of trinket, probably. I mean, this is not terrible. Plus 10 spirit. It's just like... You know what? Earl has 50 base spirit. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't think I've ever bought Fire Piston before, but I actually do think it's pretty good. Let's keep people alive a little bit longer. And then, yeah, War Drums make sense. Let somebody start the battle confident. And one last thing... What does Molly even want at this point? I guess I could buy her 10 armor. Quick Thinker Wits, Beguiler Storytelling. Does she have... She doesn't have either of those things at all. Do we have any quick... Oh yeah, we have Quick Thinker. We have Quick Thinker Wits, in fact. Well, shit, then I don't have any idea what to buy with this last 100 gold. I definitely should buy something. It would be silly to just leave it. I guess we can just pick up a new thing that nobody has. Naturalist, maybe? Or... I could give her this so that her Terrify does more damage. Yeah, what the hell. Extra damage from Terrify in case she needs to use it. And, I suppose, a trader, get a little bit more gold, a little bit more renown. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. Come back next time. Not the Lost Island. We're going to Shangri-La. We're going to meet up with Rivalu's crew, and we are going to grind them into the pavement. It's going to be glorious. We'll see you then.